Yeah, I'm Rav Grewal. I'm the animation director for the Stormhawks episodes. We usually run every 4 episodes, so because there's 4 of us there, and let's see, so I've probably done 8 or so. And I won a Leo Award in 2008 for Calling All Domos. Yay! What was that? Calling All Domos.
All the Domos, yeah.
All the Domos.
That was good.
Yeah, that was a fun episode.
Excellent. I'm Sam Vincent, and I play Aerrow and Dark Ace on Stormhawks. We are here to answer questions that you have about. Do you have any kind of introductory stuff that we're supposed to talk about?
Nothing that's gonna come out. We are waiting for, we do have Andy. Andy's the designer, art director of Stormhawks. He's the one who basically came up with all these great characters, and he is on his way here. He's running a bit late. He's trying to grab the screener for us, so we want to have that.
Obviously, a lot of you guys have the Stormhawks comic book in your hot little hands, and DMF Comics is publishing this sweet little ditty, and I guess this is part in conjunction with promoting the comic book right now. So that's like the next phase in the merchandise aspect.
The next phase until we, the question everybody else might have is, are we doing more episodes? Is there going to be another season? And I don't know how far you guys have seen the episodes. How far have you guys seen along? So
All the way to the end.
you finished right at the end.
Saw every single episode.
How did you see that?
YouTube.
Oh, yeah, YouTube.
I love YouTube. Okay, so you guys probably have some crazy questions.
Well, it's thanks to YouTube that we got to share the experience of all the episodes.
I know, we love it. It's awesome. So then, if the screener doesn't show up, you're not going to be upset. Right?
Yeah, I mean, the big thing is we're trying to get the episodes of the last 2 shows, because there might be some people out there who haven't seen the last 2, as opposed to the first 2, which are the ones that we got, but everybody's seen those ones, I think. So, yeah. Questions?
Yes.
Well, say I'm hearing your normal voice and hearing Aerrow's voice. I gotta wonder how much strain it puts on you to go for those higher pitches playing such a younger guy.
It depends on the day, but usually it's not that bad, because I play a lot of young characters, so I just have to get in that mindset and use up my voice a bit and start sounding like Aerrow. You know, you gotta sound young, you gotta think like a teenager, and get in that kind of mode. Sometimes it's difficult to switch back and forth, because Dark Ace is, he's more down here, he's Aerrow. When he's lower, it's hard for me to switch back and forth, because I have to go back up to being like high and youthful, and so that could be a challenge, so we usually just do them separately. But no, I can sound young when I need to.
I was gonna say, this isn't your first one. One of the first Canadian ones, wasn't it? Class of the Titans. You did Archie, didn't you?
Yeah, I played Archie on Class of Titans, and he's just kind of like my regular speaking voice. Yeah, I mean, I do the young thing on a lot of shows, like Martin Mystery, and there's a show called Robots, which is on. It's early in the morning, Saturday mornings. I play one of the leads. So yeah, that's why I do a lot of the young stuff. Yes.
Is it weird fighting yourself?
I ask him that every time I go to
Is it weird that it's, yeah. Actually, usually the hard, more challenging part is, the classic dialogue in between the fighting, when you're trying to like, I have you now, and you're like, yeah, you don't have me at all. Yes, I do, so those things are like, those things get challenging, but usually when it's just the fighting stuff, it's kind of fun, because you're doing like the young guy now. And then it's kind of fun. It's a little bit challenging, but you have to have the ability to just like be slightly, insane. And it's fun.
And you have that ability.
I have that ability, yes.
They all do a little bit.
Yeah, especially Scott McNeil.
Scott, Colin Murdoch.
Colin.
He plays so many characters.
Yeah, Colin and Scotty. we said that Colin and Scotty were the voice of Cyclonia, because anytime Ace, is the creator of Stormhawks, he would, basically you knew it was going to like, okay, we need a Cyclonian guard here. Colin. It was always Colin and Scott doing it. They were the voice of Cyclonia.
Yeah, we need an old man at Atmos.
Yeah, so, but I mean, Scotty's amazing. I mean, Scotty usually has 2 to 3 parts in the show, and he's doing them all at the same time. He's more insane than all of us a little bit.
If he was here, we wouldn't be talking.
No, we said it to his face. He goes, yes, I'm slightly crazy. Any other questions? Yes?
Just more on the whole fact that you play, like, you're both sides of the rivalry between Aerrow and Dark Ace. Because you've got that both those roles, do you ever find yourself developing a kind of personal preference for one of the two? If you're always having those two guys opposing one another and trying to portray both at the same time, do you ever start thinking like, well, I'd rather do it this way to counter on or something like that?
Well, I mean, I always feel like, of course, playing the baddie is a lot of fun. I think because people like to be the baddie, and I love Aerrow as well because he's the hero. But he's Aerrow's pretty squeaky clean, and he always wants to do the right thing, and that's a lot of fun.
The hero usually is the driest character.
Yeah.
Right, and that's always the way it's kept, right?
Yeah. So I knew what my job and function was as the hero, and I kept to it. And I would always hope that Dark Ace was, there was a bit of a span during the series where Dark Ace was off, getting a suntan or something. So I would start to miss him, but then the end of the series, he came back a little bit to finish up the series, which was nice to get him back in the storyline. But
yeah, we'll run an offshoot every once in a while where Dark Ace and Cyclonia, as you see near the end of the episodes, they show up just at the end of the episode. I guess I'm not going to spoil anything, but when they bring back the door. When they bring back the doorway there, we just show a little blurb at the end, and that's it. And we spend the rest of the episode, like Power Grab, we spend it at Cyclonia, where everybody's taking turns taking power while Cyclonius is missing. So,
yeah, and the thing about, too, Dark Ace is a pretty serious bad guy. Like, he doesn't have there's not a lot of room for humor with him. And the same with Ravess, who's right there. Come on up, you violin playing babe. I was going to say that, because we were just talking about bad people, bad guys.
It seems to be all
And actually, Ravess is kind of in the same vein as Dark Ace. Not a huge sense of humor, or there's not a lot of chuckles with her, unless she's getting dissed or by somebody else. But Cathy Weseluck, in case anybody doesn't know, but you probably all do. But I love a lot of the secondary, the bad guys. The one thing I love about Stormhawks is that I think it's a really funny show. I mean, they've done a really good job with the writing, and the bad guys are like the Mercurators and the what are the lizard dudes?
Raptors.
Raptors. And Mark Oliver, who's a great voice actor, he plays a lot of different bad guys, and he played a lot of the different characters in that show. He played, who was the jail, the guy who ran the jail?
Mr. Moss.
Mr. Moss. He's got the southern drawl thing going on. He does the Scotch like kind of pirate thing. So I really enjoy all the other bad guys in the show because they add that comic element that really makes the show fun.
The Cyclonians are funny.
And the
mustache guy.
Yeah, the mustache.
Who loves the mustache guy?
Scarface.
The Scarface.
Yeah.
There you go. Yeah. Scarface. Power Grab was a good one for Scarface.
And
yeah, he had a bit of airtime, Scarface near the end.
Yeah.
Cyclonian number 2.
The posters of Scarface. Trying to find a name for himself.
I like the animation, it's fantastic.
Yeah.
So there's a sharp edge to it all. It's also sharp, yeah.
But the comedy we did try to put a lot more comedy in, even if it wasn't boarded in or it wasn't storied in. At the animation stage, everybody has ideas and we're like, yeah, throw that in. The chicken.